We're in the house, family. We're in the house. What we looking at right here, and this just show you how long this I've been doing this lecture. Shit, this motherfucker got AfricanGlory.com, BlackPowerCartel.com. Y'all know how long goddamn ago them websites been up? That's that early Seti. You feel me? That's that early Seti. You know what I'm saying? Goddamn, we done updated the KingSeti.com. You know what I'm saying? GeneralSeti.com. You know what I'm saying? We same platforms, but just different years. You know what I'm saying? Now, what we looking at today? Right here, we looking at the map, top side up. Like for a lot of you Negroes, y'all saying, damn, Seti got the map upside down. No, sir, it's top side up. Okay? And the reason why, you feel me, is because, based on orientation, we talked about orientation. And, from an African standpoint, and a European standpoint. You understand? If you listen to the European, you understand what I'm saying? They were still talking about in the goddamn 1400s that you could sail off the side of the goddamn planet. Okay? Based on the European orientation and perspective. And so if you move from the European orientation and perspective, man, you gonna be handicapped by millions of years. You see what I'm saying? Our people began at the beginning of the Nile River, okay? And for many of y'all, all you had to do is you look, right around Kenya or Uganda, Tanzania. You understand that lake that have been criminally renamed by the English? Lake Victoria. Ain't no goddamn Lake Victoria in Africa. Okay? And I don't even apologize for that. Much of our land, much of our homeland and cultural lands and spiritual lands have been colonized through imperialism by Asians, by Europeans. And it's going to come a time very soon that, we take back what belonged to us and rename the traditional African spiritual names that we know these lakes, these rivers, these lands to be, that we know of in historical terms. And so when you understand that and that the Nile is flowing from the south, which is where the lakes start at, down to Egypt. Okay? So, the river is flowing down north, okay, into Egypt. And that's when I did the video the other day when you're dealing with the fact that Egypt, the Arab of today, want to war with Ethiopia. You understand what I'm saying? Because you got one branch of the Nile that's coming out of Ethiopia, and it's the more powerful branch. Okay, the blue Nile. The white Nile is the longer branch that goes down into the criminally renamed Lake Victoria. But then you have the blue Nile coming up out of the highland, and all of the south is the highlands. Okay? It is the highlands. This meaning that's where the mountainous regions is. You understand? And when you start to move down into Sudan and Egypt, you're going into the lowlands. Okay? When you look at Saudi Arabia, today what is Saudi Arabia, Yemen, Oman, you got to see that that's also a part of Africa that broke away because of the pulling of the tectonic plates, that's up under the land masses. And so when that land, or what you call Saudi Arabia, pulled away from Africa, it tore up a lot of that land, in Sudan and that's why it's low, low regions and so on and so forth. Now, okay, and so we understand that, the southern lands is the lands of our origin. And so when you're talking about the Garden of Eden, You understand what I'm saying? Which is a biblical terminology. You know what I'm saying? When you talk about the most lush, the most exotic land on the planet, we have to go into Central East Africa because what we have there. Let me see if I got them, wait a minute, hold on. I got my other. Let me go over here to this military geography. Because I got some showing up high-powered maps over here. I got that high-powered map over here. This ain't showing all my lakes. Where are all the lakes at? Okay, here we go. Right here. Here we go, right here. All right, we're in the house. So we're looking at the Great Lakes region of Central East Africa. Freshwater lakes. You got to know this. See, when I talk, we talking about political geography, social geography, spiritual geography. And so when you understand this, that these are freshwater lakes, and that this system is the second largest freshwater system on the planet behind the Great Lakes region in Michigan. Okay? So, we got to understand that and you see the White Nile. You see what I'm saying? And then you got all these lakes. You got criminally renamed Lake Victoria. Then you got Lake Albert. You understand? Which, I don't know if that was the White's criminal imperialistic husband, Victoria. But then there ain't no goddamn Lake Albert in Africa. They ain't even got one in Europe. They ain't even got one in Britain, let alone have one in Africa. Then you got Kivu. You got Lake Tanganyika. You got Lake Maui. Okay, Turkana. Okay, and so you understand, not only do we have these freshwater lakes in Africa, and these are mountain lakes, meaning that these are the high regions of Africa, and the water is flowing down into Egypt. And so this is the source of the Nile. And so from a military standpoint, whoever controls the source and, a greater extent of the river is the master of the river. Okay, no matter what, the source of the river, that's where the master is, because he can shut the river off from, any country down the river. He can shut it off. And so that's why Egypt is in the predicament that it's in today, because the masters are really coming to understand the power that they possess. You see what I'm saying? And Ethiopia is ready to become the great nation that it's supposed to be, and it's building dams, because you got a lot of people. Ethiopia is almost 100 million people. You need electricity. And so that's what, Ethiopia is doing today, understanding within them Great Lakes. If you look to the right, that's Lake Tanganyika, okay, which is by volume the second largest freshwater lake on the planet. So you understand all of the marine life. You got fresh water. That means you can drink, okay? You got other areas on the planet that got, you got the rainforest, but you don't, which we had the Congo rainforest. You got the Amazon, but the Amazon don't got these large freshwater lakes like Africa. You got some tropical rainforest in Asia, in southern, Southwest Asia. You got a lot of rainforest there too, but you don't have the large freshwater lakes. So when you look at the combination of the freshwater lakes in Africa, and then you look at the Congo region, which is with the rainforest, and with the rainforest comes the vegetation. It comes the herbs. You understand? It comes the fresh air and oxygen because the rainforests are what? They are the lungs of the planet. You see what I'm saying? And so you see not only that, as you can see here to the right, you see on the right, you see it on to the left, you see the Congo rainforest and you see all of the animal life. So we talking real talk today. When we talk when the writers of the Bible, even though they are fictional, criminal, spiritually criminal crackers that have stolen our spirituality, they had no other choice when recognizing the Garden of Eden as the primary source of all life on the planet, not just only for humanity, but for animal life. You see, when you go to the zoo, you understand, you see them African animals are the premier animals, you know, whether it's the elephant, whether it's the lion, whether it's the hippopotamus, you understand, whether it's the rhinoceros. Yeah, everybody else got a couple here and there, but the giraffe, you know, the babies want to see that. That's what they want to see. Now, everybody else, they got 2, maybe 3. You understand what I'm saying? But they don't have the superior animal life. So when you look at Africa with the freshwater lakes, you understand? Then you look at Africa with the Congo rainforest. Then you look at Africa with all the animal life. And then you understand why. When you look at and they say humanity started in the southern regions of Africa. You see why. It has all of the necessary sustaining, you know, vegetation and water and even food. You know, not just the vegetables and the green life and the herbs for medicine. And if you living up there, you don't need no goddamn medicine. Your food is the natural medicine. You eating the best food on the planet. You see what I'm saying? And so even if you wanted meat, you can see that, you know, within these areas, just like you understand, you need the fresh water, you need the vegetation. You know, the animals also need the fresh water, the vegetation. So this is why our animal, if you look at an African elephant, and we're going to get into that, and you look at an Asian elephant, you can see right there, you know, you got the Asian elephant, a dumb-looking ass elephant. Big dumpy forehead and not as tall. The tusks of the elephant, some of them don't even, a matter of fact, I don't even know if Asian elephants even got a tusk. You know what I'm saying? And when you look at the African elephant, his ears is much bigger, he's taller, he's a more handsome, more beautiful animal. And so that shows you that this is what the land provides, not only for humanity, which is the African, let me be clear about it, not no goddamn humanity. Because only one branch of what we call humanity, which is not all one segment or species. The only segment of this so-called humanity that come out of Africa is the African. Hold on, family, let me get some water. I'm back, family. I'm back. I always take you to the orientation because once we get rolling and shit, we're going to be in the Kush. We're going to be in the Kush, family, in the Hindu Kush. And so right here we showing the what we call the Garden of Eden. And I can show you many maps to show you, you know, the animal life and how even the animal life is centralized in the central, you know, area of Africa, east and west.